Okay, today we are unboxing and reviewing this. It's a smart band. It is the Xanes B05 OLED colour screen smartwatch IP67 waterproof blood pressure monitor smart bracelet. Blood pressure monitor I am sceptical of. I don't know if it can do that. But anyway, it's one of these kind of fitness bands. Now you may recall I reviewed this fitness band a while back, and this was generally pretty good actually. The only criticism I had of this was that the screen was just a little bit small and unreadable. A little bit smaller and more unreadable than the advert appeared to make it. This one, however, promises a colour and larger OLED screen. Let's see if it actually lives up to that, shall we? So we'll open it up. Now I paid actually more than the current price is on BangGood. I think I paid about £11 for mine. It's now at $8.23, so if this turns out to be okay, a bit of a bargain really. I mean that's quite a low price. Now that's interesting. See, I ordered purple, and I've got pink. Yeah, that disappointed noise is from the dog, but timing, certainly. Okay, never mind. I'm going to wear it anyway. So it's quite a chunky little thing. I think by comparison, let's just compare it alongside the other one that we looked at. A little bit thicker than the one we had before. This strap feels a bit kind of cheap and plasticky and perhaps a little bit unfinished at the edges really. A little bit sort of almost like it's got a bit of flash still on there from the moulding process. Okay, let's see how we turn it on. I guess we should look. There's a little manual. That's interesting. There's no... How does one charge it then? Because there's nothing in there for charging it. Charging interface USB. Okay, so maybe it's just micro USB. I can't actually see where that would go though. Okay, we're going to have to read the manual, I think. So the user guide. Interesting. Okay, it's just a little pull-out pamphlet like that. Okay, oh, one of these ends comes off. Wow. That feels like it's going to break. Okay, I'm going to take a break to read the instructions. We'll come back in a minute with hopefully some answers. Okay, so we managed to get that off, and I've got to say that was a bit of a struggle to get those bands off of there. I think that's going to be a point of weakness in the future. However, it's got this little plug there which looks like it's going to go into a USB socket, kind of. We'll charge it up and see what we've got. Okay, well we're back from charging this little thing, and it does indeed plug into a USB socket just with that bit. It doesn't really feel like it goes all the way in as far as it should, just because of this angle here. And now we've got the watch charged up, and we're going to get the usual functions. The screen, I've got to say, is not as bright as I might have hoped it would be. That's actually, well, I think the camera makes it look a little bit brighter than it really is in real life there. So a little bit disappointed about the brightness of the display, especially when compared against the image on the box. It's just a little bit dim and lackluster. Anyway, let's put this back together, if I can remember which bit went on where. And I guess I'm going to play around with the functions. I'm going to wear it for a week, and then we'll give it a... we'll be able to actually form some opinions about what it's actually like. But first impressions, not that impressed with the quality of the construction, I think is the main thing. I guess that needs to be relatively tight on my wrist in order for the pulse monitor thing to work. There we go. Okay, so I was hoping that a turn of the wrist would reveal the watch Does not appear to do so. First impressions of this, not too positive. I'm going to wear it for a couple of days and then I'll come back and we'll finish this video and then give you a kind of initial impression, and then I'll wear it for a bit longer and we'll talk some more about it. This is not going to be a very long review because I'm not recommending this device. There's a lot of things about this that I just don't like. Let's deal with them one at a time. Okay, so the first thing is having to wrench off this strap in order to charge it. I think is bad design. In particular, the first time I pulled this off it was really difficult. The time after that it was a bit easier. The time after that it was easier still. I think over time, continually pulling and pushing that thing on and off is going to wear it completely out, and eventually the strap will just fail. It won't hold that at all. Gripe number two, the screen. It's just not a very bright screen. Hardly daylight readable at all. So not much use as a watch, except if you're sitting in a darkened room. Gripe number three, the quality of the materials. The edge of the strap here has just got a sharpness to it and discomfort. I've had 3 different people in my family try this on and none of us found it comfortable to wear. Given that you have to wear this reasonably tight against your skin for that pulse function to work properly and for some of the other monitoring things to work, it's just not comfortable. That strap is chafing my skin already. And finally, it doesn't turn on. It doesn't have that feature where if you turn your wrist it brings the clock face up, so you have to tap on it if you want to see the time. Not a big deal, but the other sports fitness bands I've seen, you just turn it like that and it switches the clock on automatically. So I'm afraid I can't recommend this device. It's a shame because they have tried to cram a lot of features into this at the price point. There's nothing very dishonest about the spec that I found on BangGood. It does do, by the look of it, I'm not sure about blood pressure. I don't think you can monitor blood pressure just from a light sensor like that, but anyway, it does do most of the things that they promised it would do. But I think what's happened here is featureitis. Actually, they've just tried to cram in too many features into too low a price point device, and they've had to skimp on quality really. So I would say don't buy this. Go and either buy something that is clearly a bit better quality and you'll pay a little bit more for that, or compromise on some of the features and buy something like this, which is a fitness band I reviewed in an earlier video. And this one, I think the battery's flat at the moment. This one, pretty good, nice quality, good feel to it. The strap was very comfortable. It's only a little mono screen, and I had a little bit of trouble with the readability of the screen, but as an all-rounder, this one kind of fits the brief a lot better than this does. So you're best off really either going for the price point that is appropriate to the features you want. Don't expect a massively charming and brilliant feature set for such a low price, or go for the lower price and compromise on some of the features like this one. So I'll put a link to the video where I reviewed this one in the video description. That would be my recommendation if you're looking for a fitness band rather than this one. So I'm sorry BangGood, but I can't recommend this one. I'll put a link to it in the video description in case any of you want to check it out yourself. Make sure you're having a look at the right one. Shop around a little bit and just be sensible about pricing. I'm not going to go into testing any of the features of this because it's just not comfortable enough to wear, so I don't feel like it's really worth me actually play testing it for any amount of time. So that's all there is here. I'm afraid that isn't a very in-depth review, but I don't really feel like an in-depth review is appropriate in this case. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.